I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
This weekend finally marks the arrival of Paul Feig's all-female remake of Ghostbusters. And the internet reaction to this movie has been, what's the best way to put it?
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Look, I don't think everyone who's against this movie is sexist. I'm just sick of people getting this mad over a simple movie. Because at the end of the day, we'll always have the original classic, and it's not too bad sequel. And let's face facts, with the passing of Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd's probably not going to move forward with a Ghostbusters 3. But hey, that hasn't stopped him before, as evidenced by today's subject, Blues Brothers 2000. Back in 1980, the first Blues Brothers was a runaway hit that combined energetic R&B performances and epic comedy into perhaps the best movie ever based off an SNL sketch, though that's a low bar to cross. Then 18 years later, John Landis and Dan Aykroyd decided the time was right for a sequel, even with the tragic death of their brother in blues, John Belushi, seeing as Aykroyd kept the band going with his brother Jim Belushi.
No. No, 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 no.
Look, don't worry. Jim was too busy to do this movie anyway. So Aykroyd instead teamed up with another fat, funny guy named John Goodman. But Aykroyd and Landis couldn't bring that magic of the first movie back to life, with the movie bombing with critics and flopping at the box office. And seeing as I'm on a mission from God to give bad movies a second chance, I'm gonna do just that with this flick. Though I've gotta acknowledge a serious problem right off the bat. The name of the movie is Blues Brothers 2000, yet it was released in 1998. Unless I missed Blues Brothers 2 through 1999, then this movie is lying to me.
You lied to me!
So we begin on an appropriately poignant note with a dedication to the 3 departed cast members from the last movie. Or maybe it's an apology, I'm not sure. Then it's 18 years later, as Elwood is the final member of the band to get out of jail. And as he waits for Jake to pick him up, Warden Frank Oz has to inform Elwood that Jake has sadly, well, you know.
I'm sorry.
Then Elwood comes back to Sister Mary to find out that her orphanage ended up getting closed after all, and that his father figure Curtis has also passed away. But he also finds out Curtis had a son.
Curtis had an affair with a married woman,
old drummer Willie, and finds a new surrogate brother in the club's bartender, Mac, played by John Goodman.
Hey, Mac, you know something? You can sing, man!
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
And when Elwood gets the club burned down after trying to take care of the Russian mafiosos squeezing money out of the club, he decides it's time to drive across the country and bring the Blues Brothers band back together, which Buster and Mac are now members of. Great, now we've got Little Blues, Big Blues, and Old Blues. Oh, John Belushi is surely smiling down from heaven on this movie and going, So as Curtis's son gathers his police force to get Elwood and the band back in jail, you can feel an overwhelming sense of deja vu over this movie. Aretha Franklin tries to set her husband straight through a musical number. Again. James Brown helps the man discover a heavenly revelation. Again. Instead of them getting chased by Illinois Nazis, now they're getting chased by neo-Nazis. And so on. So yeah, it's the same problem with a lot of comedy sequels, taking everything that worked the last time and simply doing it over again. But what made it funny the first time was the classic comedic chemistry between Aykroyd and Belushi, where Elwood was the straight man and Jake was the wild card. Bitches. But John Goodman isn't playing up his wild and crazy side in this movie. He's just an ordinary, bland guy. And when you have a comedic duo, or in this case, quartet, where they're all straight guys, that's a huge problem. But a bigger problem is that John Landis and Dan Aykroyd seem to have lost their talents for comedy, as their jokes reach heights of cartoonishness they never reached last time. Elwood drives the Bluesmobile through a lake like a submarine, the band plays a rendition of Ghost Riders in the Sky that makes actual Ghost Riders come out of the sky, and they audition for a battle of the bands held by a voodoo priestess played by Erykah Badu, who turns the Blues Brothers into fucking zombies.
And we've got a doggone beat now. We're gonna take care of business too.
Unless John Landis got confused and thought he was back directing the Thriller video, there's no reason the Blues Brothers should be zombies. But the other reason Blues Brothers worked was the musical performances, and that's the one front where the sequel delivers. In addition to Aretha Franklin and James Brown coming back from the last movie, you got appearances from Wilson Pickett, B.B. King, Isaac Hayes, Eric Clapton, and Conan O'Brien, and Maury Povich, and David Spade. I'm sorry, I got a little lost there. Point is, the musical numbers are on point. So it's too bad John Landis didn't give a shit about the rest of the movie, cause it could very well be the worst thing he's ever made that isn't named Max Landis. It takes an edgy rated R raucous comedy and turns it into a PG-13 snooze fest without laughs or a plot or a reason to exist. So unless you want to skip through the musical numbers, then Blues Brothers 2000 isn't worth your time. Though it's probably better than the N64 game. I mean, I haven't played that game, but I mean, just look at that cover. Just look at it. Just look at that cover! We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of Bud Light, it's dark, and we're watching a bad movie. So it's time to hit it and play the awfully good drinking game. Take a shot or drink every time someone says the Lord works in mysterious ways.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yes, Elwood, he does work in mysterious ways. After all, he took away John Belushi and left us with Jim Belushi. You spot another celebrity cameo. And no, I don't know if you can count these statues of Louis Armstrong, Albert Einstein, and King Kong. I don't see how these people are connected with each other. Oh, that's right. They all practice Judaism. You see another car crash. In this crash scene that broke the previous film's record for most cars wrecked in a movie until they were both beaten by, no joke, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Cobra! And take a double shot, not just when you see Elwood take off his glasses.
Would you mind taking your hat and glasses off in my office, please? Okay, you can put your glasses back on.
But when a Russian mobster utters the line,
Ты будешь хлебать водку ихними черепами.
That's right. Dan Aykroyd predicted his future career as a Crystal Skull vodka salesman. But wait, that line refers to human skulls. That means Aykroyd's making his vodka out of human skulls!
You gotta tell him!
Crystal Skull vodka is made of people! And on the nudie watch, with part of this film set at a gentleman's club, you get to see plenty of half-naked strippers, as well as a sight no human being should ever set their eyes on. John Goodman smacking his ass. On the enjoyableness continuum scale from Bull to Bruce, Blues Brothers 2000 is a movie that I've managed to hate more than Illinois Nazis, and strums the sour note of 3 out of 10. Thank God they stopped before we got Blues Brothers 2001. I'm Jesse Shea for JoBlo.com, and alright Dan Aykroyd, no one liked the new Blues Brothers, but the new Ghostbusters looks like it might be a hit. So what do you have for us next?
Are you ready?
Oh yes, please, go ahead and show us what you got.
No, 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 no!